Hey everyone, today we are going to make a simple hydrangea wreath, okay? So I just have 3 hydrangea, I have 5 total. I usually do 3 of the same color and 2 of another color, okay? So these are 5 stems. What I did already was I cut the stem short. I'm gonna put it in there all the way, so it's all the way back there, okay? Then watch, I'm just gonna give it a little push, real easy. This is about 3 inches, and what I'm going to do once I'm putting them in is I'm going to bend it a little to give it a little bit of foundation in the grapevine wreath to keep them from kind of flopping all over. Make sure they're all bent. They're all prepared for me. Perfect. Now before I put them in, I just want to clean my grapevine. This one actually I picked up pretty clean. I'm only worried about one side. One side is going to be the back, and so one side I want my customer to not have to worry about any little things hitting their door, right? So I'm just going to clean it a little bit. I'm not worried about the front at all. Okay, since it's such a good one, I'm going to use this half actually. Because this one looks a little more open, right? It's going to be easier to get those thick stems through there, okay? A nice generous portion. I'm just going to start putting them down. So it's not going to be sticking real close to your grapevine, right? It's going to be sticking out a little bit. That's what we want, okay? Easy. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add these really pretty, these are beautiful, you guys. So I'm going to cut it right down here at the base. All right down at the base. So I'm just going to grab some glue here and start pushing it. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to fill this whole area. So I'm pulling up the hydrangeas, sticking them down in. So from here, we're going to use just a natural burlap ribbon. It's a 1.5 inch, okay? I'm going to use this to make our bow, okay? So I don't know why, but I've gotten into this thing where I like the ends to be really curly. Like just curl. I think it looks so cute in these hydrangeas. So I'm going to leave it curled just like that. I just curled it, okay? I'm going to leave it long. Now I make bows probably different than most people, or some people. I start at the top and work my way down, okay? So I'm gonna make one little loop, okay? And the bow is gonna be big. It's not meant to be a huge bow. It's just meant to add a little bit of ribbon into your design, okay? So I'm gonna start with about a 4-inch loop, okay? And then I pinch. Now this ribbon is very, it's very like, two-sided almost. There's definitely a front and a back, but if you just look at it, you're not going to really know. I'm still going to twist to make sure that the pretty side, right, is always on the top. So I have a 4-inch loop. I'm going to twist, make a loop, okay? Now I'm going to go gradually bigger. Now this one is much bigger than this one because this one's going to be my center loop, okay? So this second loop here, just for measuring is about 5 inches, okay? Then I'm gonna pinch. Usually when I'm doing my own, I'm not measuring, but just so for the sake of teaching y'all, I'm gonna measure. Now, I'm gonna tie it off. Guys, the only thing I could find was a black pipe cleaner. You're not gonna see it anyway, so it's okay. Okay, right in the center. Make sure that the center of your bow is nice and tight. Okay, and flip it over. Push down nice and tight. Twist it, pull it nice and tight. Twist, nice and tight. Okay, when you're pulling on these loops, you want to make sure that your ribbon is tight so that you can pull on those loops and not have to worry about it moving. Okay, easy breezy, right? Now I'm gonna look for a good spot in here. This one's shorter, that one. So the I think this one's a little shorter than this one, so I'm gonna put this one kind of on the inside. Let's see what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna look for a spot. I'm gonna put my pipe cleaners side to side. I'm gonna look to put them straight down in there and then pull them all the way through to the grapevine to the other side. Pull them right on through to the other side. So some people put their bows in first, some people put them in second, some people put them in last. This isn't actually our last step. I just like to see what I'm doing. I like the bow to be out of the way while I'm putting in the first layer of greenery, and then I like to layer it in as the greenery on top as needed once the bow is in. Okay, so that went in pretty good. Okay, I'm not going to pull it in all the way snug. Pull it in nice and good so that it's in there though. Twist it in the back. Show you what I'm doing. Just twisting it back here. Okay, and then it's pointing, so I'm going to push it into the grapevine. Push it in. Stuff it. Okay. Now, okay, take this and roll it up. We have the stems, or the leaves rather, that come off the flower, okay? We have the big hydrangea leaves that come off the flower, okay? So what I've done already, I went ahead and added a pick to that, okay? It's just gonna make that end a lot easier. Let's see. See, if I have it here, it's just plastic, and sometimes to get that in the grapevine can be kind of a pain, right? And so I added a metal pick to the end. Okay, so I'm gonna look for spots close to the the flowers to add these in here and there. I'm gonna add them high, I'm gonna add them low. I'm just kind of piece them in and sprinkle them around. It's a hydrangea wreath, right? People look for the hydrangea leaves, okay? It's not gonna be in any particular format. They're gonna kind of be all over. Sometimes you'll see them that they're all specifically right outside and the outside. I just kind of put them all over. High, like above the greenery, low, underneath the greenery, just wherever it really fits. And actually, this is a really good spot for one. I'm gonna try kind of a bigger one. Okay, I'm just gonna put the glue right there on the end. On top. Before I forget, let's take these little pieces that have fallen off and let's snuggle those down in the bow. So I'm not going to add a pick, I'm not going to add anything to them. I'm just going to add a little dab of glue here on the bottom. I'm going to pull my ribbon apart and stuff them right down in there so that the glue catches with the ribbon. The placement of your greenery, you just want to look at it to make sure it's rounded, nothing's sticking out. You guys, at the end, when I take my picture, if something is sticking out, these are all, the stems are wired, right? So if one's sticking out a little longer here or there, then I just bend that wire a little bit so it tucks it into the wreath and makes it more well-rounded. That's it. You have a hydrangea wreath. You can use this, use different hydrangeas for different seasons. This is a perfect everyday. You can leave it up most of the months of the year and swap it out for Christmas if you really want to. Thanks for joining us.